Olga and I am a comedian. I go by the name Big Fat Greek Mother across all social media channels, and I have a show called El Grego of Hornsey, and it's all about growing up in my mum's Cypriot hair salon in the 80s. And I've taken a show to Edinburgh. It's come back with all 4-star reviews, and I'm now bringing it to the Cypriot Centre in London for everyone to come and enjoy. It's a beautiful story. It's a comedy. It's got music in it. I've got all different characters in there. I play so many characters, but in this show, I've got about 12 Greek characters that people will recognise. I've got the auntie Gori, who eats her bread. I've got Andrula, who's a beautician, who is a very good beautician, but she only cuts dogs' hair, okay? So I have lots of different characters, and they're all in this show, and I'd love you to come and watch it. I'm a trained actor and singer.
Where will the show be?
My show is going to be at the Cypriot Centre on the 19th of March. You can get tickets now via the Eventbrite link on the Big Fat Greek Mother page. You can also get them from the Cypriot Centre. I'll make them available here.
I mean, you said you appeared in Edinburgh. Was that at the Fringe?
Yes, at the Edinburgh Fringe.
I mean, that's where all the top actors and actresses go, and comedians. I mean, it's a starting point, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've been around for a really long time. But I had my boys. I've got 3 boys. I'm married, and I live just outside London now. So kind of I had 10 years of like not doing very much, and then I slowly started to come back again as my boys got older, because for me being a mum first and foremost was really important. So I kind of put my career on hold, and now I'm back with this show, and it's such a beautiful story because it's the story of post-immigrant Britain in the 1970s. You know, it's not just about the Greeks, it's about, you know, the Spanish, the Italians, the Indians, the group of people who came over and made a home for themselves, made a better life for their children. And I really want to celebrate this story because it's not just my story, it's the story of so many Cypriots out there, you know, that sense of family, that sense of what our parents sacrificed for us, and all the comedy and the craziness that goes with it that we've inherited from our parents. And so it's a story of celebration. It's a story celebrating what they gave us and looking back to those times. You know, I play myself as a 13-year-old with a 1980s mullet and shoulder pads, and I think there's a lot of people that will recognise that time. You know, when we used to love George Michael, and you know, we didn't have mobile phones back then, so I'm kind of celebrating a time that's gone by, but it's still really precious to us today.
Well, tell us about your background, where you come from, where you grew up.
I'm a Greek girl. I grew up in North London. I was born in Holloway, Hammersmith Hospital. I was born in Holloway Road. My parents came over in the 70s. My dad came over, and then he brought my mum over to marry her. My mum's here. Mum, did he say he's going to take you back, or he kept you here?
After 2 years.
But in the end, she stayed here for how long?
How long? About 60 years.
60 years. She stayed here.
Where are your parents from in Cyprus?
50 years.
My papa, bless him, he's not with us anymore. We lost him about 15 years ago. And it's, you know, this show is partly a thank you and I love you to him as well for everything that he gave us. And a lot of the comedy and the zaniness.
Yeah. Well, where was he from in Cyprus?
He was from Nicosia, was it
Agathou.
Agathou.
And your mum?
My mum's from Bafo. She was born in a little village called Yeroskibu. And a lot of the family is still out there, the Daliodis, going strong. But my mum's over here, and she's not gone back. I say to her, go back, but she doesn't want to go. She wants to live here.
So where did you grow up in London?
I grew up in here, Palmer's Green, down the road.
So where did you go to school?
Broomfield Park, Broomfield School in Arnos Grove. So I'm a kind of a very local girl. Yeah, that's where I grew up, just around here.
From school, what did you do?
After school, I went on to university, and then I went to drama college. I went to Mount View Theatre School to study acting.
And you say acting, have you appeared in theatres, films?
I've not done television, but I've done a lot of theatre, a lot of touring stuff, a bit of Shakespeare, but then, and a lot of short film, but then I had a kind of 10-year hiatus where I just kept breeding lots of boys. Had 3 boys in a row, and then my career kind of stopped. And then I found a way back through social media and creating these weird Greek, bizarre characters. You think you know them, and you think, oh, I recognise that. That's the Yaya, and that's the Greek girl. But actually, they're a little bit different, and you have to come and see. They're not unlike anything you've seen before, because they're characters that have come out of my mum's hairdressing salon.
Where can they find you on social media?
Big Fat Greek Mother. That's who I am. So
And
if
where
just-
are you? Where are you on social media?
I'm on all channels. You can find me TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but I mainly operate on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
And is there a message for to give out to the community?
Yeah, Greek people is the best, all right? And do you know what? I love Greek people. Do you know what? Because we know everything, and people don't realise that everything in the world, what's ever come about, is from the Greek people. Yeah, think about it.
And will you be talking in English and Greek?
A little bit of Greek, a little bit of English, and a little bit of Gringlish as well. What was it Mum said the other day? I said to my mum, can you get me a red velvet cake for my son's birthday? And she goes, I'm gonna get the red mullet. I'm gonna go buy the red mullet. It's all these lovely Gringlish, spasmena. This is what makes us Greek. This is what I love, and this is what I'm celebrating when you come and see Grego Fonzi.
I mean, you sound like a very proud Cypriot.
I am so proud. Do you know what? As the years have gone by, I've become more Greek. I'm actually married to an Ingleso, but we forgive him. We forgive him. He's become
He's Greek.
He's become Greek because he's eaten so much meat that now he's kind of morphed into a Greek person. He's like, my mum's like, no, he's not English anymore, he's Greek now. So we've made him into a Greek.
He 5-5.
Five, Jallo, five.
Do you ever go to Cyprus?
Yes, I do. I'm gutted because of COVID that we haven't been for the last few years, but we're hoping to go this summer. And we tend to just stay in Buffalo because that's our favourite place. Rico Beach, if you know it.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank
and I
you,
wish you
Michael.
continued success.
Thank you so much.